guys, if I say Je m'appelle Ankita and you're wondering what did she just say, and if I say Vous, appelez and you feel I am being an alien but still you want to learn French and this is your day one when you decided to learn it, then you may want to stick with me and my channel and join me in this journey in which we'll be starting from here and go to God knows where, but we'll learn some awesome French and we'll start speaking French in no time. And if we couldn't start speaking French, at least we'll be able to write it well, understand it well, and yeah, whatever. By reading captions, we could even probably start watching some awesome TV series, movie, and sky's the limit. So if you don't know about the verb s'appeler and you're wondering what did I just say, those two sentences, Je m'appelle Ankita and Vous, appelez, then you may wanna continue watching this video. If I say je, it's not je or ze, it's je. So pronounce it with me, je. When I say Je m'appelle Ankita, what I have done with this sentence, I'll tell you in a bit, but it means I call myself Ankita. Literally, in literal sense, this is what I'm saying. And if I ask you, Comment vous appelez, I am in the very literal word by word translation sense, I'm asking you, how do you call yourself? And if I ask, Tu t'appelles comment, then I am considering you as my friend and I'm having an informal conversation with you by using the word tu instead of vous. Both of these words stand for you. In English, Comment vous appelez or Vous vous appelez comment. How do we write it? You can see below in the description area and get to know about it. And I have also written it over here, so you might want to continue reading there and you'll get to know what did I mean, what did I say, and how do we spell it. Now let's break down the sentence. When I say comment is how. Vous vous appelez. Vous is you, but I'm being a bit formal with you. Probably you are my elder or my professor or we are meeting in a very formal environment, things like that. So I'm calling you vous because I don't consider ourselves in a situation where we could use informal words like tu. And s'appeler, when I say s'appeler, it's written over here. This is a kind of a verb which doesn't go alone. You wouldn't say Comment vous appelez. No, because it's S and then apostrophe appelé, that means this S will be switched, or I'll tell you in a bit. Like if I'm saying Je m'appelle, je is I, but because of that S apostrophe appelé, what I'm doing is I'm replacing that S with M. Actually that's me, but we won't go so much into the details. Just know that because me, M-E, here it stands for myself. So because they say it like this, that I call myself Ankita, I am saying Je m'appelle Ankita, where je is I and m'appelle is the form that I'll use when I'm using je. And if I were to say Il s'appelle, that means he calls himself. Il is for he, himself, and because of that s'appeler verb, that S apostrophe is right here, and I didn't say il m'appelle because I want to say he calls himself, whatever, let's say what, David. So il s'appelle David. And when we are using il or elle, il is for he, elle is for she. When I am saying il s'appelle, that S is something that goes with il. For now, let's just stick to that. And same goes with Elle. Elle s'appelle Maria. So Elle is for she, and I want to say she calls herself Maria. That's why I'm saying Elle s'appelle Maria. You would not say, if you want to tell somebody her name, you won't say Elle vous appelle Maria. No, because you'll have to change that S according to the person you're referring. If I'm saying je, then there would be me, je m'appelle. If I'm saying vous, then I can't use s'appelle or m'appelle. I would use vous, vous appelez. Now, why did it change from appel to appeler? You must have got it by now that s'appeler verb changes according to the person that I'm using. That is, with je, the correct form is m'appelle. It's written over here. With tu, it is t'appelle with an S in the end. And with elle, it's s'appelle without the S. Same as the je thing. It's not the rule, but here it is how it is. And what is left? Vous. Then vous, vous appelez. Appelez, it changes like that. So that's how s'appeler verb changes according to the person. And now you've got it. How do we speak that? So, je m'appelle Ankita. Comment vous vous appelez? Because it's a question mark. Comment vous vous appelez? So your expression would tell whether you're asking a question, plus it has that como. This como, which is written over here, which stands for how, it can be used in the beginning of the sentence or in the end. So if I'm asking you, comment vous vous appelez, I can also ask you, vous vous appelez comment? And now that you know how that verb changed, you understand why appel, m'appelle changed to vous appelez. Je m'appelle Ankita. Vous vous appelez comment? Vous, you. Vous appelez, because I used the word vous. And comment is the question. Interrogative word. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, comment, vous vous appelez comment. And if we are in an informal situation, I'll go ahead and say, comment tu t'appelles? And here, t'appelles is not t'appeler because of the rule we just discussed. It's comment tu t'appelles with an S, because that's the correct form that we should be using. I hope you got it right. If you did, drop in the comment talking about what's your name and ask me what's my name, in French of course. Tell me your friend's name by using il or elle, whatever according to the gender. And yeah, I think that's about it. So one sentence for your name, one asking me about my name, third one telling me your friend's name by using il or elle. Now let's move on to something else. What's happening with my tongue right now? Alright, you know what I mean. Let's move on to another thing. It's a fun thing. So when you learned English, you started from the alphabets. Now here, alphabets are written the same way. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, W, X, Y, Z. But the pronunciation is different. So A is A. Open your mouth properly and say A. That my instructor used to tell me all the time. Actually, the class that I was attending, she used to make that thing A. Because she wanted to make sure we are not saying or you know, all that dull pronunciation. She wanted us to enunciate the word and say it as A. So do that. A, then bay. It's not B, it's bay. Then say, they, and now Now this one you don't need to open your mouth. This is F is F. Now G is J. It always gets confusing to me. It used to at least, and now you have to be confused with me. So it's J. Then H is Ash. I is E. You call it E. And what did you call E? You called it That was This is E. Can you remember this much? So let's just stick to these many for now, and we'll continue with the rest of them in the next lecture. Or no, let's not call it lecture. Let's call it our another conversation. We'll pick it up from E. Asked you, no, you asked me, vous appelez comment? And I said, je m'appelle Ankita. You couldn't get it. You'll say, vous pouvez appeler, s'il vous plaît. Now here we used so much that you might be a bit confused what just happened. This is not appeler, this is épeler. Vous pouvez appeler, s'il vous plaît. So I have written it over here. What did we just say? So when I say vous pouvez appeler, s'il vous plaît, what am I doing is, vous is you, pouvez is another verb. We are not going to get very deep into it, but this means can. So vous pouvez, you can, appeler, spell. This was the spell thing. S'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît is a word that you would remember always. Even if you'll forget all the French, you would remember s'il vous plaît. It means please. Somehow it just gets stuck. So if you're talking to me in a formal way, you will say vous pouvez appeler, s'il vous plaît. If we are in an informal situation, you would say, let's not go there. Or should we? Anyway, you would say tu peux appeler, s'il te plaît. S'il vous plaît, s'il te plaît. So, s'il vous, formal, s'il te plaît, te, informal. So, if you asked me that, I would tell you the spelling of my name, which is A, N, K, E, T, A. That's how I spell my name. Alphabets, we can do it in one session only, or we can split it again. Whichever way you like. You could also drop in those comments, and well, I'll see you next time. I hope you loved it. Yeah, see, I'm so optimistic. Not you liked it. I hope you loved it. So if you loved it, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share with your friends who are thinking of learning French, like really from the basic, bits by bits. And that's it. So have a very nice day, guys. Practice as much as you can with this verb. Probably read a little about it. Don't go too deep and get disappointed or depressed. Just stick to what we are doing here, and obviously don't forget to, you know, tell your name in French. Ask me about my name, informal, formal, whatever you want, and then tell me about your friend's best friend's name by using Il or Elle. And read the description area if you're confused about any of it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.